Okay, I'm back with another video. Alright, so this time around, I just want to talk about a podcast that I listened to a while back, but I think it's still relevant to this day. And the reason for that is the host has guests over there who have been very crucial in the animation space. I'm talking about people like Aline Klosky, who created, or rather co-created, Rugrats, which aired on Nickelodeon in the 90s. And before I even go any further, I'm talking about the Nickelodeon Animation Podcast. This is a podcast that was hosted by Hector Navarro, and on there he had people like Craig Bartlett, who created Hey Arnold. He's had Billy West, who has voiced Doug Funny from the animated series called Doug. He also voiced Roger from Doug. Also voiced Fry from Futurama. He's had people like Rob Paulson, who's voiced Yeko from Animaniacs. He's had Tara Strong, who's voiced Ben 10, who's voiced Harley Quinn. I think she even voiced Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls. He's had E.G. Daly, who has voiced Tommy Pickles from Rugrats, Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls, and even a character in Happy Feet. So this is, if you're into animation and you love animation, this is the podcast to listen to. I'll put a link in the description below. The YouTube channel is hard to if you're trying to get to the podcast via the YouTube channel, you're probably going to struggle because there's a lot of content on that YouTube channel. So I'll leave the link of their website where you can actually just go straight to the podcasts and listen there. But if you want to listen to the podcast via Spotify or anything of that sort, then please do. But I just want to read what it says on their website here. It says, we talk about cartoons all the time on the Nickelodeon Animation Podcast. Hosted by Hector Navarro, the podcast gives voice to creators and talent from inside and outside of Nickelodeon, who brought to life some of the most innovative, hilarious, and heart-tugging animation in the history of television. I don't know about you, but having been born in the late 80s, living in South Africa, I grew up watching a lot of cartoons as a kid, and I've watched a lot of Nickelodeon cartoons as a kid. In the 90s, the late 90s and the early 2000s, I've watched series like Hey Arnold, Rugrats, All Grown Up, Doug, Fairly Odd Parents, and even as I grew older, I've watched things like Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra, so I don't want to lie to you, Nickelodeon has given us some of the best animated series of all time, some which are still really good to this day. I mean, I was watching Hey Arnold last year from season 1, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So if you're really into stuff like that and you want to know more about the world of animation from the creators, voice actors, or people that were really involved in the animation process, then this is the podcast for you. This is definitely a podcast that will allow you to understand the animation world or industry a bit better. So give it a shot and let me know your thoughts. I recently listened to the episode with E.G. Daly. I love that woman. I really, really do. And she's quite smart, and you get to understand how she got into the business, some of the challenges that she had, and her take on certain things. Same goes for every other person that I've mentioned before, be it Tara Strong, be it Craig Bartlett, be it people like Jim Jenkins, be it Billy West, The Billy West episode I've listened to so many times. So many times. Arlene Klasky, as I've mentioned before. So yeah, that's the Nickelodeon Animation Podcast. Check it out. And do let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much again for everybody who's been watching, subscribing, commenting on my channel. I truly appreciate each and every person that's doing that. Thank you so much. I mean, we have over 2,000 views now, and we have, I think, 52 subscribers, which is great. So I thank you for giving your time to watch me talk about my thoughts on these things. So thank you once again, and I'll definitely see you on the next episode. Cheers.